All right, welcome back to the Knives Fast channel, guys. It is time for a quick review of the Kubey KU181C and 14C and Ultim. This is the Ceto, guys, and this is the Knives Fast channel. If you're new around these parts, definitely please subscribe and hit that notification bell and stick around. Watch some videos. Check me out on Monday nights. KF Live, 7:45 p.m. Eastern. Great live stream. And look me up on Instagram at Knives Fast. And for everyone, please like and comment on this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I appreciate Kubey for sending this one along. This is a new one. Now, guys, don't forget, I'm an affiliate with Kubey. And if you go to Kubey Knife, KUBEYKNIFE.com, you can get 20% off of knives like this one with code KC20LT. I will have that in the description for you to remember. This is a wild looking knife, and I have a confession right off the bat. The way Kubey is doing their Ultim is beginning to wear on me a little bit. I still wish it was a different color. But the material itself, I gotta tell you, the way they've done this milling and the way it looks, seeing through it, and especially since it's not an axis lock, I just don't like seeing the spring and everything. But this looks really nice, and I gotta tell you, it is very grippy and feels great. Now, in this case, you have overlaid scales over a steel liner that you can see the milling really well. It is a liner lock. It is not contoured. We are dealing with flat scales here. We do have a Ultim backspacer with a lanyard post in the backspacer. Really cool looking overall. Now, these scales do not overlap. They are flush with the scale material. And we have kind of silvery satin hardware here. There you go. If I could get the right word out of my mouth. You do have a bent over steel clip. Very interesting design. I had no problems with this. It is good in and out of the pocket. We will talk about that in just a moment, but not bad. But really good retention, good in and out of the pocket for sure. Now, guys, this is, it says on Kubey's website that this is an in-house design, but it's interesting when we open this up, we do have a logo here, and it says Muzi Design, M-U-Z-I, and I'm not sure, everybody was telling me it's the same person that designed the Kubey Wrath Karambit, but when you go on Kubey's website, it says it's an in-house design, so I'm not sure. You do have thumb studs, and you do have a flipper. The flipper tab has good jimping. Thumb studs are nice and big and work really well. Very, very cool indeed. Now, detent, as we are used to with Kubey, is really good for sure. And you get this open, and you have this wicked Stonewash clip point 14C28N blade. Great relief on the lock bar here. I guess that could serve as a finger choil, but it is really tight. So you kind of need to trigger it back like this, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Great blade. Now, this guy is not super high on the flat grind, and you have the Kubey logo on the grind. You do have flats here and a nice swedge there, and you have a wicked thumb ramp here with jimping all the way up. Now, if you're choked back here, guys, I gotta tell you, this is a magic grip. I usually don't like when you tell me where to put my fingers, but this works great. Now, I was worried about this clip being a major pokey stabber, and I guess I can feel it, but it is going right in that spot, right between fingers here, and it is not really jabbing me. Is it there? Yep, if I bear down, let's see, I'm gonna bear down. Yeah, see that red spot? So yeah, definitely. So it's not ideal, but in a normal grip, it's not bugging me. Now, if I do go into that choke up, I don't feel it at all because now it's in the middle of my palm. But that's not nearly as comfortable as this grip overall. Now, good dig in on this fine jimping, and it just feels very, very nice. And let me get a piece of cardboard here. I thought I had one sitting here, but I don't. Now, do stay out of that finger choil. That was a challenge for me at first on this one because I keep wanting to go way back here. But as long as you pay attention to where that finger choil is, man, I have the worst cardboard these days. See how it bunches up? It's me, I know, but yes, this is cutting fine, guys. It's the cardboard does that because it's like really bendy, kind of crappy cardboard. Thanks, Amazon. Appreciate that. But yeah, this cuts very well. Now, you have a very stabby tip, as you can see, very much so. Very, very stabby, pokey, pointy, stabby blade, if you will. Now, we do have a decent access to the lock bar, and we do have jimping on that. Don't really need that for me. But I will say, you know, it's good, but you can slide across. But because of this hump right here, you have to kind of go more straight up and down and dig in a little bit. And there is a tiny bit of lock stick. I have cleaned that several times. It's just a very tight, very positive lockup. And so you end up with about 50% lockup, 40 to 50%. And it's got just the slightest little bit of lock stick. It's barely, but it's there. Again, detent is wonderful. When it's locked up, no blade play at all. No lock rock at all. Again, having that deep of a lockup, you're not going to get lock rock. It's just not happening. So very, very nice. Now, this is a larger knife. And what in the world did I do with my Rat 2? There it is. There's the Rat 2. Much smaller. There is the Rat 1. A little bit bigger blade and handle, just barely. But you can see pretty dang good. Now, this guy is the Ultim version, and it's running $80. But again, you can get 20% off with code KC20LT at checkout. Now, well, I'll tell you what, before I tell you the other options, it is available right now, KubeyKnife.com. I'll have the link below. 8.19 inches overall with a blade length of 3.46, handle length of 4.37 of an inch. 0.51 on the handle thickness, but guys, it doesn't feel thick to me, and it feels very nice in the hand. Blade thickness 0.12 or 3.1 millimeters. 14C, of course, vacuum and cryogenically heat treated to 60 to 62. Very nice on 14C. Ceramic ball bearings. It says ambidextrous, which I think is interesting because we do not have a way to reverse this clip. It is definitely not. So even though they say it's ambidextrous, it really, man, unless there's some magical way to reverse it that I don't know about, it's not. Oh, and then it says clip position, tip upright. So that's interesting. Dexterity ambidextrous, and then clip position, tip upright. So, no. Okay. 4.55 ounces overall. And now on this one, it does say Muzi design, M-U-Z-I design. And on another one I saw, it said it was a Kubey design. So, it's interesting. We'll go with Muzi at this point since it's on there. Now, there are several different variations. There's like a really bright tealish green G10, a black G10, a black G10 with a black blade, a red with a black blade. This guy is this jade. Yep, jade G10 with a black blade and yellow G10 with a black blade. And all of the G10 versions are $70 with that 20% off as on top of that. So 20% off of $70 is pretty dang good. So really interesting design indeed. And I'm glad Kubey sent this along for sure. Guys, let me know. There we go. We got her all cleaned up now. Let me know what you think of that beautiful stonewash. But let me know what you think of this knife down below. Really cool indeed. Enjoyed checking it out. Thanks to Kubey for sending it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave me a comment. And please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel.